Hey everyone, this is Mandy Thacker, Director of Marketing and Communications here at Referco. Michael will be joining us momentarily, but until then, if you could go ahead and in the questions box, type your name, profession, and where you are located. We will get started soon. Hey everybody, this is Mandy Thacker here, Director of Marketing and Communications. We will get started here shortly, but in the meantime, if you could please type in your name, profession, and location in the questions box. That will be a good way to do a quick sound check and get us started here. We're so excited to have everybody, and we will start momentarily. Hey everybody, we are so excited to have you joining us today. This is Mandy Thacker, Director of Marketing and Communications. We will get started in just a minute. If you haven't already, please type your name, profession, and location in the questions box, and we will get started in just a second. Hey everyone, we have not started just quite yet. While you're waiting, please type in your name, profession, and location in the questions box if you have not done so already. Thanks. Hey everybody, you are in the right place. We are getting a little bit of a late start. We will get started in just a second. This is Mandy. I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications, and looks like we've got a lot of people tuning in. If you haven't already, type in your name, profession, and location in the questions box, and we will get started just as soon as possible.
Hello, hello, everyone. This is Michael J. Mayer. Are you excited as I am about this webinar that we're getting ready to go? And we are about ready to rock and roll. Do me a quick check and we'll do a sound check in the questions box. I know many of you are putting in your name, your profession, and your location. Do me a quick favor and just say, hey, sounds good, sounds okay. And I just want to do a quick sound check to make sure that this new microphone is working. You guys ready to rock and roll today? I am so ready for this. I am about to tell you and share with you what Chick-fil-A has already found out, what Krispy Kreme has already found out, and Taco Bell has already found out, and many, many other companies are finding out and making happen. So thank you so much for being on here. Man, oh man, I am just so excited about this. We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. And we've got people coming in by the hundreds to come into this session. I appreciate dozens and dozens of people literally since the moment that I got on have been on, and I appreciate you being on. I'm so excited about this. We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. We had an internet outage at the hotel, so we scrambled, made things happen, and I have to give a big high five to Mandy Thacker and Sherry Mayer for zigging when the world was zagging, if you know what I mean. So we're going to get going with this in just a minute. Thank you for being on. And I'll read some of your names here in a second. Thank you so much for being on. Kathy Hershey, you have extra credit. You were the first person in and the first person to respond to Mandy's question about name, profession, location. Kathy Hershey is a realtor in Virginia Beach. And Peggy Pierce, you were 1 second behind her. And Peggy Pierce is a real estate broker owner in California. And more, we're going to just start here in a few minutes. And thank you for coming on. And do me a favor, in the questions box, tell me one thing that you're hoping to get out of today's session. Just tell me one thing that you're hoping to get out of today's session. And we're going to get started in just a minute. Referrals, how to get referrals, how to learn even more ways to get referrals, repeat and referral business. I'll tell you what I'm going to share with you is something that Chick-fil-A, Krispy Kreme, Taco Bell, let's see, where were we the other day that we saw someone installing the 7L system at a corporate level? I cannot remember off the top of my head. I'm going to have to get reminded of that. But I'm going to tell you that I'm very, very excited to have you on. We've got more people pouring in right now. And some of you are talking about how to ask for referrals. What if I gave you a way that you would never have to ask for a referral again, and yet it would maximize the number of referrals you get? Would you guys be okay with that? Right? All right. So I'm going to do something real quick here. I'm going to just show you, hey, this is live. This is not Memorex. This is live. We are and I'm going to do a quick webcam share. Let's see if this works. Man, make sure I brush my teeth. There I am. Can you guys see me all right up there? Can you see me right there? Right. So this is me. I'm wearing my Army of Ambassadors shirt. Right. Got my background. So how we doing? I appreciate it. The thing is sometimes you come on these webinars and you're like, is it recorded? Is it live? Is it Memorex? What is it? And I wanted you to know that, hey, listen, it is live and in person. And listen, it is very interactive. I'm going to ask you guys to answer and put your questions in here. So I just want to make sure that you do that and keep this interactive. So thanks for being on board today. And we are now ready to get started. So I went ahead and I'm going to close this off because otherwise it's a little distracting for me. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the 2019 tour, the Army of Ambassadors tour that we've been conducting for the last year, actually started January 1st. And it has been a smashing success. People are wanting to find out, how do I build this Army of Ambassadors? How do I maximize my database? How do I actually literally learn database domination in a way that is built on love, generosity, and appreciation? And that's what we're going to cover today. It's exactly how you do that. And I'm going to read some numbers to you. Okay, write these numbers down real quick. Write down 23, 29, 32, 8, 148, 22, 21, 6, 19. Do you know what those numbers represent? Those represent the number of referrals people have gotten in one day implementing what I'm about to share with you. Yes, Cynthia Bear out of Atlanta got 148 referrals. Tara Carter in Florida got 23 referrals at one event, 29 at another, and 32 at another. Nicole Aldaz, brand new to the market, new to 7L, took event mastery. Her very first event, she got 8 referrals. 8 referrals in one day. I'm going to show you how to do that. Right? How exciting is that? So here we go. And if you can't hear, it might be good to log out, log back in. And so I got a couple of you that said you can't hear. All right, here we go. So this one mistake that is costing you millions is what I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to share with you a secret that literally the big corporations are already implementing, already put into place. The realtors and lenders are starting to put into place. And I will tell you that when I'm done today, you're going to be shaking your head like, oh my gosh, why did I not think of this? Why am I not implementing this? And let's make this happen. Let's take action on it, because it is based on love, generosity, and appreciation, but it's also not fluff and stuff. This isn't holding hands, singing Kumbaya, or giving you self-help stuff and so on and so forth. This is strategic, it's tactical, and it's very practical. So today's session is brought to you by a couple of people, referralspodcast.com. Write that down. If you have not subscribed to referralspodcast.com or Referrals Podcast, I encourage you to do that immediately. You can subscribe at iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, any of the typical places that you go to for a podcast, right? And then also, if you have not subscribed to our Referrals magazine, I encourage you to do that. And I want you to know that with Referrals magazine, we want you on the cover. What we want to do is, here's the plan with Referrals magazine that we're already implementing now that we're coming up on a year that it has been out and about. And I will tell you that this aligns, this could sit next to Success magazine, Forbes magazine, Time magazine, and hold its own, and in some cases look even better. I want you to know our whole mantra, our slogan with the Referrals magazine is subscribe today, cover tomorrow. We want you to subscribe. We want you to read it. We want you to implement the strategies. We want you to then share with us that you implemented the strategies, and then you could be on the cover of Referrals magazine. And I'm telling you something, when you are on the cover of Referrals magazine, it will boost your referrals. This is a goal to set for yourself if you want to build a referable business. So now, right to the content. I know that you've waited patiently. I appreciate that. We had a lot of people coming in at the last second. We had 8 people come in the last minute, right? So what I'm going to show you today is how do we win the war, but actually enjoy the battle. You all know that we are in a war. We are on a war for our commission. People are trying to cut, they're trying to give us commissionectomy, right? They're trying to cut the commission right out of us, right? And so it's one of those where, listen, Zillow and Trulia and homes.com and all these lead generators, all these people are listen, they're trying to, they've already, in some ways, they've won the online battle. They won the online, Zillow has won the online battle, right? Where are people going to search for homes first? Are they going to your website or are they going to Zillow? You know, Zillow has won the online, but I'm going to tell you something, you can still win the war and yet enjoy the battle by, listen, by winning the offline battle. Win the offline war. And how do you do that? You build a better relationship than Zillow does. And listen, that should be easy, right? It should be easy, but we're still not doing it overall. Here's the other thing, the iBuyer programs, right? There are iBuyer programs where all you have to do is hit a button, and for the convenience of pushing a button and of course paying 12 to 15% of your equity, you can sell your house in a day, right? So the iBuyers are coming at you. Here's the thing about Zillow too is, do you guys know what the CEO of Zillow used to be the CEO of? Do you know what it is? It's Expedia. Do you know what Expedia did to travel agents? Right? What did Expedia do to travel agents? What was their goal with Expedia? Do everything that a travel agent does and take the travel agents out of the business, right? Well, guess what? We're going to do everything a realtor can do, and we're going to take real estate agents out of the business, right? Period, right? I mean, listen, whether that is their public statement or not, that you have to know that is the process. That is what's happening right before our eyes. So what we need to do is we need to win the offline battle. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, the other thing I need to do is I need to thank all of you for helping make this happen. We have just crossed the threshold. Actually, we're coming up on almost 9 years as the #1 book on Amazon in the real estate sales category. Bestsellers in real estate sales, at, you know, #1, #2, #5, right? What they really should do is combine all those. But the thing is 100% of the sales of 7L are word of mouth and referral. So it's you who have shared the word, spread the word, shared the message, and people have picked up the book because of your influence, and they are reading it and sharing and spreading the message. So thank you. So Zillow, speaking of Zillow, in the irony category in the dictionary, this is an ironic kind of situation, is Zillow interviewed all of their premier agents, and they said, what books should every agent read? Well, the #1 book that came out in that survey was 7L, the 7 Levels of Communication, Go from Relationships to Referrals by me. And interestingly enough, #2 was the Miracle Morning for Real Estate Agents, It's Your Time to Rise and Shine by myself and Hal Elrod. So very, very cool. What's interesting about that is if you read this and implement the strategies of the 7L system, you'll never need to become a premier agent, right? So if you are a premier agent, that's great, right? It's okay to have that online business. The other part of this is you need to have an offline business. All right, here's the other thing. Wherever you are, be there 100%. And that's what we're talking about today is wherever you are, be there 100%. My dad used to say that, and it used to bother me, right? Because I was a kid and I didn't know any better. But the power of focus is well documented. And I want you to do me a favor while you're here today is I want you to focus 100% on what I'm going to deliver to you in the next 45 minutes, right? In 45 minutes, I'm going to give you everything you need to know to go and implement something that's going to not get you 1 referral. It's going to get you 8 or 10 or 148. Fair enough? So who's here 100%? If you're going to be here 100%, I want you to put 100 in the questions box. Go. If you're going to be here 100%, I want you to put 100 in the questions box. Go. Oh, 110%. Brian Stitt. Oh man, you guys are typing so fast that it's scrolling. Nicole Aldaz is somebody I'm going to bring on later. She's like 100. So Jared Bruner is in like I can't even. What is that? A Google? What number is that? Like 1 billion. Jasmine Hayes is here 999%, which is really it's hard to be more than 100%. But hey guys, I appreciate that. I'm here 100%. Can you imagine if I was also taking calls and maybe texting, right? Texting, maybe taking pictures of my dog, that kind of thing. No, I'm going to be here 100%. And guess what? I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. And many of you have already dedicated and committed to that. So thank you. I move really fast. Have you noticed that I move really fast? All right. For those of you taking notes, now you can start writing because this is in fact, I have a lot of raving fans that are on this webinar today, and I appreciate that. Some of this information is going to be brand new to you as well. So the first thing is, I truly believe that your purpose in life is to be referable. You may want to write that down. My purpose in life is to be referable. That means you're trustworthy. That means you're respectable. That means you're competent. That means you also can communicate yourself. And here's the thing, the 3 keys to being referable. Number 1 is be on time. And I know that's probably a message that some of you needed to hear. Some of you may not need to hear that. But you know what? Get somewhere 5 to 10 minutes early. And I know you might thinking, wow, we started this a little bit late. But you know what? My team was here on early. They were working it. They were starting things, and we got it processed. And we were here to greet you when you were ready, right? Number 2 is do what you say you are going to do, right? And I would even say, do what you say you're going to do, and then go above and beyond. And then the last thing is finish what you start. And I'm going to help you finish what you start today. For those who stay to the very end, I have a gift worth $497 to give all of you. And I have to tell you, I love giving gifts. And this one gift could be the gift that gives you referrals for the rest of your career. So be on time, do what you say you're going to do, and finish what you start. All right. Those of you that are maybe not familiar with 7L, I know many of you are, but we need to talk about I'm not going to go into any detail on this because I'm going to go very, very fast. But advertising, direct mail, electronic communication, and handwritten notes are 4 levels of communication, right? Advertising is communication to strangers, and you have very little shot of connecting from an advertisement, right? But hopefully you get their attention, and then that leads to their interest, and then that leads to desire, and then they take action, right? That's the AIDA principle of marketing. Very hard to stand out in the world of advertising and very expensive. The old adage about advertising is that 50% of advertising works. The problem is nobody knows which 50% works, right? So then you've got direct mail. Once again, you can be really targeted with this, but the response rate to direct mail is going down all the time to the point where it's almost 0, right? And it's very expensive to send and prepare and do everything else. And then you get a 0 return. It's very, very difficult. And then electronic communication like email, texting, Facebook messaging, social media, things like that. The bottom line here is it's easy to inform. An email, you can attach documents, which makes it very good. Email is a really good follow-up tool, but I want you to remember something, is that electronic communication is only the promise of a future in-person communication. Write that down. Electronic communication is only the promise of a future in-person communication, right? In person is where it happens. In person is where we build relationships. All right, and then handwritten notes are, in my opinion, the number one marketing piece that leaves your office on a daily basis. So you need to send more handwritten notes. I mean, imagine a marketing piece, a flyer, if you will, that people get and keep forever, right? Could you imagine sending a flyer and somebody just like framing it, keeping it up on their desk forever? Well, the answer is that will never happen. But the flip side is you can write handwritten notes that people will never throw away, and they have a great feeling about you forever. So then we get into the top three levels: phone calls, events and seminars, and one-on-one meetings. That the power to these is that they're flexible, right? The phone call, I mean, how many of you have had phone calls where you thought it was going to go one way and it totally went a different way? Why did that happen? Because of feedback, because of the conversation, because of, you know, what they said and what you said. You can hear their tonality. You can read, you know, what is the music behind the words, right? And then, of course, we know the top two are two of my favorites, events and then one-on-one meetings are the influential zone. And you want to spend 80% of your time in the influential zone if you can. 80% of your time needs to be on the phone, doing events and one-on-one meetings, because in the influential zone, you can influence, convince, and sell. And guess what your job is? Your job is to sell. You are a real estate salesperson. So guess what? We need to spend more time in the influential zone and almost no time in the informational zone other than follow-up. Not how it happens, is it? I bet some of you, we could probably watch your day and 80% of your time might be on the bottom 3-4 levels, and you're wondering why you have such a big roller coaster, right? So here's the thing, is that we need to stay in the influential zone with more people. So what I'm going to share with you is something that is leverageable and scalable for your time, right? So the first thing that we really need to think about is it great to express appreciation and tell people that you appreciate them? Yes, it is. Now, what is more powerful than telling someone that you appreciate them? It's showing them that you appreciate, right? Somebody could say, I love you, and you're like, I love you. You know, you discount the fact that they said, I love you, because you know what? They don't show you that they love you, right? So the thing here is that we need to not just tell people that we appreciate them, appreciate their business, appreciate their help, and appreciate their referrals. We need to show them, right? They need to have something that is concrete, something that is like they can hang their hat on. And that's what I'm going to share with you today, is how do we show them we're appreciative for them, as well as telling them that we appreciate them. Now, in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to disclose to you the single best piece of direct mail you could ever send, the single best thing you could ever write in a handwritten note, the single best thing you could ever email to your database. And by the way, that's not a market report. The single best video you can do for your database, and here we go again, right? Spoiler alert, it is not a video on the market report, and it's not a video educating them on real estate. It's not, right? I'm going to share with you what is the single, and here's the other thing. The single best video you can do for your database can take you less than 40 seconds. What? Who's interested in that? How about the best Facebook private message you could ever send? The absolute best text message you could ever send? The single best phone call you could ever make to your database? You know, that's the thing about phone calls to your database. We just need an excuse to call. That's what we need, right? That's why it's so easy to call on the birthday. You know, why do you call during a transaction? Because you've got something to say. So guess what? I'm going to give you something to say every day of the year. That's right. I'm going to give you the single best phone call that you can make anytime during the year, and it will generate referrals. And then the single best thing you could ever mention at a one-on-one. The last but not least thing is, hey, listen, I could give you lots of reasons to contact your database. And some of them are conjured and like totally don't make sense. But I'm going to give you the number one single best reason to contact your database. Who wants that information? Who wants that information? Right? Just say I do, right? I do. If you want that, if you want all of these, I will give you all of these. If you say I do, right? Who wants all of these? And just say I do, I'm going to give them all to you. Is that a deal? There we go. Yep. Now I can't read your names because you're scrolling so fast, right? All right, so here's the thing. The perfect phone call to your database. The single best piece of direct mail you can ever send is the single best thing you can write in a note. The single best email or email video or text video. The absolute best text message or text video. The single best thing you can mention in a one-on-one or a Facebook message. Ladies and gentlemen, wouldn't it be cool if the number one single best reason to contact your database, what if the answer to all of these was the same thing? What if all of these were the same thing? That, my friends, is referral fusion. We have literally discovered through labs and different research and research out on the web and lots and lots of practice, we have discovered the number one single best reason to contact your database. We have discovered that the number one single best reason to contact your database is the same thing for all different modes of communication. Is that powerful or what? Ladies and gentlemen, the number one single best reason to contact your database is an invitation to an event. It is an invitation to an event. Why is it an invitation to an event? Well, first of all, it's harmless, right? They can say no and it's okay. But here's the power of an invitation. An invitation is attracting. We do not want to chase business. We do not want to stop by their office. We do not want to go by their house. We do not want to go out, right? What we want to do is attract and be magnetic and be attractive. And if they're coming to you, they're already sold. So you don't have to sell anything. All you have to do is serve. And that's what I want to do. I want to serve. I don't want to sell. And I have to tell you, that's what we're finding is people do not want to sell. They want to serve. And what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to give you more people to serve and less people to sell. And guess what? When you are calling to invite them to an event and you're saying, hey, listen, you can even bring a friend, you are bringing them towards you. You are working them towards you. You want to get into flow with your clientele, have an event. Now, I'm going to share with you today like the perfect number of events, and I'm going to tell you what to do to maximize referrals at those events. The secret is events, ladies and gentlemen, right? And here's the beauty of events is that even people who don't come to the event, listen, you're taking notes. Hope, Nicole, you're taking notes. Who's taking notes? Tell me I am taking notes. Just say I am if you're taking notes. Say I am, right? Yeah, you better be taking notes, right? We've discovered it. We've discovered how to get lots of referrals. And it's not just having events. You've got to run the events, the 7L system. We call it the mayor method. I'm not sure if I like that title because it has my name in it, but we call it the mayor method of having events. And the mayor method will produce referrals. And I'm going to show you how to produce referrals, right? So the biggest thing to remember about an event is people want to be invited, even if they'll never attend. The people you invite and don't attend will still refer you. You may want to write that down. The power is not the event. The power is in the invitation. Write that down. The power is in the invitation. The power is in the invitation. The invitation is attractive. It's the excuse for the call. It's the way to communicate. And here's the other thing. If I say to you, hey, Nicole, I'd really like you to come to my event. And that's the only thing I ever say to Nicole over the phone or in person or at an event, a networking event. If I say, hey, Nicole, I'd really like you to come to this event, right? It's one thing. And does Nicole think like he really wants me to come to this event? No, because I only asked her once. But what if I, at the networking event I'm at, I said, hey, Nicole, I'd really like you to come to the event. And then I followed up with a phone call the next day or 3 days later. And I said, hey, Nicole, I'd really like you to come to this event. Nicole's already telling me she's in, right? She said, I'm in, right? So it's one of those where I want you to know that you might think multiple communications is going to drive people away. Yeah, if you're looking to take or you're looking to sell or you want something from them. But when you are inviting people with multiple, it's more attractive the more you communicate the message. Wouldn't it be great if we had something in our toolbox that would make us more attractive the more we use it? And that's exactly the power of an event. There will be people who do not attend your event, and yet they give you referrals. There are people who you will call to invite, and on the call to invite them, they tell you, we cannot make your event. However, my sister needs to buy a house. You want to know how I know that? Because we've had hundreds of people who have been through our courses who have shared that story that Todd Reed recently is he's a property manager in Atlanta, Georgia. He was talking to somebody, just invited him to the guy couldn't go to his event, but he actually gave him a referral for somebody who needed property management, right? That's how it happens. I could tell you story after story after story. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump right into it. I'm actually going to give you a 52-week plan for your database. Are you okay with that? Right? I'm going to give you a 52-week plan for your database. It's called the Yearly Appreciation Plan. Isn't it one of those where you're like, finally, everybody tells you it's all about relationships, but they don't tell you how to build the relationships to get referrals. And that's what we're going to share with you today. Listen, this is calibrated to holidays. This is calibrated to national days, like National Ice Cream Day. I don't know if you're right. July 21st is National Ice Cream Day. National Hot Dog Day is July 19th or July 18th, something like that. And then National Daiquiri Day is July 19th. So it's like you could have a hot dog, daiquiri, and ice cream event, right? So the bottom line is it's calibrated and it is literally laid out for you week by week, every week of the year, what you need to do, right? Now, here's the deal. We also told you in the, preview of this, what is this secret or what is the mistake that's costing people millions of dollars? Well, this is going to, maybe make you kind of smile, is the number one biggest mistake that even top producers make that's costing them millions is they have zero events for their database. How many of you have no events for your data? It's okay. We're going to change it, right? Just put zero if you have zero events for your database. Go in the questions box, just type zero, right? Listen, it's okay, right? And some of you are like, I've been in business 19 years, never done an event. It's okay, right? It is what it is. It doesn't matter. It's in the past, can't change it. It is what it is, right? So now the number two biggest mistake, right? So the number one biggest mistake is having zero events, because we might be telling people we're appreciative, but they're not getting the message because we're not showing them. One of the things that events does is it shows your appreciation as well as allowing you to tell people that you're appreciative. You may want to jot that down as one of the powers of an event, is that it allows you to show as well as tell, right? But here's what's so funny, right? And this is lots of research. I know so many top producers, I'm talking 1,000 transactions a year, who do this one thing, and it is the number two biggest mistake you can do in business. And that is having one event for their database. They have one event in November or December, lots of excitement. It wears the crap out of their team and themselves. They're all exhausted, but they're like patting themselves on the back because they had an appreciation event. But there's a problem with that. There's no momentum. It's too much out of the ordinary, right? It's not. There's no plan to it. There's no system to it. There's no momentum. If you go work out once, will you lose weight? The answer is no. If you go work out once, you will not lose weight, right? So what do you got to do? You got to work out 3 times, right, in a week to probably start losing. Now, your nutrition is going to be a big part of that too. Yeah, if you eat one salad in a week, will you lose weight? No, you're not. There's no momentum, right? But I will tell you, it's easier for me to coach someone who's done one event to the 7L system or the Mayor method, right? It is because they've done one. Now, if you've done 0, then it's a little bit bigger leap and there's a little more pressure. You're like a little bit more hesitant, but I'm going to tell you, we have a solution for that. We've got a way for you to do your first event and get 8 referrals, right? So how would you like to know the perfect number of events to maximize your referrals? I'm about to save you tens of thousands of dollars over your career, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars over your career if you're just getting started, right? How would you like to know the perfect number of events? Would you like to know that? Yeah, okay, yeah, here we go. All right, boom, here we go. Here's how to win the war and enjoy the battle. No, not just win the war, right? You can win the war and have it be a drudgery and you can hate yourself every day prospecting on the phone, cold calling, door knocking, meeting with strangers, exhausting yourself, wanting to poke your eyeballs out and having other people who want to poke your eyeballs out. You can do it that way, or you can win the war and enjoy the battle. And that's what I'm going to share with you is here's the battle plan, right? Here's the battle plan. This is it. This is the yearly appreciation plan called the All Yap. We call it the All Yap because everyone's invited. Who are you inviting? All people you know. So it's called the All Yap. This is the maximized referral system, and this is what it looks like. Yep, doesn't that look a little bit like the path to success, right? It's a squiggly line. What we're going to do is we're going to take control of the roller coaster. Write that down. I am in control of the roller coaster. Write that down. I am in control of the roller coaster, right? I am in control of the roller coaster. So here's what it looks like. January and February, we're going to invite people to an event that's in March. Now, in April, we're going to do something that no top producers who have 0 or 1 event does, and that's follow-up. That's right. We're going to have a month of follow-up from the event. That's right. You've got time blocked in your schedule to actually talk to the people who came to the event after the event. What a novel concept, right? The fortune's in the follow-up. Then May, we're going to start inviting people. Now, here's the other thing, that little secret, write this down. Invite your March people to your next event, right? Invite them at the event they're at to the next event. Write that down. That's a powerful one. June and then July, right? So you have a July event like an ice cream, whatever it may be, back to school event, could be a football event, could be a baseball event, could be anything, right? Bowling. Now, what are we going to do in August? We're going to follow up. And then we start the cycle again. September invitation, October invitation. And then in November, we have a pie day, or we have a summit, or we have a mastermind, or we have whatever it may be, right? And then in December is the perfect month for follow-up, because that we know who referred us through the year. We can follow up appropriately with a lunch or a dinner or a breakfast or a group lunch or whatever it may be, right? All right. I want you to notice, though, that the direction and the flow of this plan, this is a plan, right? This is the yearly appreciation plan for your entire database. You are going to implement this. So up and to the right, energy goes up, momentum goes up, and referrals go up. What we've seen implementing this system is you will get 6 to 8 referrals at your first event. How many of you would like 6 to 8 referrals having an event here in like 60 days, right? Yeah, you'd be all over that, right? 6 to 8 referrals would pay for the event times 6, right? So, but here's the thing. Then the next event that you have, which is typically about 3 or 4 months down the road, you will get 20 to 35 referrals, 20 to 35. That's the problem with having one event. You have 6 to 8 referrals. You do it again next year, you get 6 to 8 referrals or less, because people don't run the Mayor method. But the thing is you'll get 20 to 35. And then, ladies and gentlemen, and we have documented proof on this time after time after time, the third event you do, you will see anywhere from 35, I hate to even say the number, right, to 150 referrals. 35 and 150 referrals. Now, who's up for getting 50 referrals 3 events down the road, right? Peggy Pierce. The answer is yes. Do you invite the same people to each event? The answer is yes, right? It's an all yap. You're going to invite everyone you know to these 3 events. And I'll get into that deeper here in a little bit, right? So this is, oh, by the way, did I tell you that I was going to give you 52 weeks of it? Yeah, here it is, the all YAP in a 52-week plan. Now I know that's really hard to see, so let me zoom in. So that's what the first half of the year looks like, right? And then let me show you the second half. So this is the second half of the year, right? So for some of you, you might already, summer event plan is kind of that first week of August or the last week of third week in July. A lot of people do the ice cream event, right? National Ice Cream Day, which is July 21st. Now, perfect timing on your part, perfect timing, because now you can start doing a November event. Could you do a trunk or treat with cars and having candy in the trunk, and the kids go trunk to trunk of 10 cars or whatever your team has? Or if it's just you could have volunteers do trunks, right? Some of your ambassadors do trunks and do trunk or treat, and it's a very safe way, very fast way to have Halloween. And the ones with really small kids love it because the really small kids can't walk the neighborhoods. So it's a really fun way. It brings everybody to the office or brings everybody to the community. And you could do trunk or treat, or you could do like Jenny Weimer out of Florida. She does an egg haunt. So you've got the egg hunt in the spring, and then you do an egg haunt in October, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, whatever it may be. And inside the egg is candy, or whatever it may be. You use black eggs and orange eggs or whatever it may be. The other part of it too is for a lot of our coaching clients, they do the pie day. We give out free pies. They come to the office or to a community building or whatever it may be, and they get a free pie, right? Good stuff. Easier than you think. And then you've got follow-up afterwards. But please notice that we're doing this 60 days out. And the first year, you're kind of doing it new, but we give you the system if you're doing our stuff, and you're going through it. But the second year you do it, it's 100% easier because you've already done it once. All right, we're going to keep going. So who do we invite to our all YAP events, which is the question we just got? Hey, listen, when I say all, I mean all. Everybody is invited. Everybody's invited. Write that down. Everybody's invited. So who's invited? Your top people. Well, that just makes sense. You're going to invite your ambassadors. You're going to invite your family. You're going to invite potential team members. You're going to invite your top clients. You're going to invite the top people from your database. The greatest people you know should go to this, don't you think? Drinking some water there, sorry, a little hoarse. All right, current and past clients. Doesn't it make sense to have current and past clients go? Yes, it does. I'm going to give you a nice little hint here, though. I'm going to give you something that's going to save you a lot of headaches and make sure the right people get to the event. Are you ready for this? Write this down, please. Do not call your event a client appreciation event. It's not a client appreciation party. It's not a client appreciation event. Please do not use the word client, because somebody might think, well, I'm not a client, so I must not be invited. Who do we want to feel like they're invited? Everyone you know. So we need to take the word client out of our title, which I'll talk about titles of your events in a little bit, but please don't call it a client appreciation party or a client appreciation event. Now, you're going to invite your networking partners and affiliates, the people that work with you, the warranty company, the title company. You're also going to invite the other small businesses that you know around the area. Write that down, please. It's a powerful one. Also, you're going to invite your Facebook friends with an event. You're going to invite them, let them know about it. You're also, this is a new one. You probably would not have thought of this. You are a member of a Facebook group on Facebook with out-of-town agents, right? Whatever company you're with, or if you're not with a company, there are all these official referral groups. Invite them. Invite all of the people that are out-of-town agents to your event. They're part of your referral network, or you hope they are. Also, you should invite everyone you've ever met. That's right. High school people, college people, softball people if you played softball, baseball if you played baseball, everybody that you've met along the way. I guarantee that's one of the best things that happened with you and Facebook is you remembered somebody that was really cool from your past. So I'm going to help you with that. If you will go to 7lbook.com/ultimate memory jogger, I want to give you a gift right now because you've stuck with me halfway through this. So go to 7lbook.com/ultimate memory jogger, and you will get the ultimate memory jogger, which will allow you to remember all those people from your life. And you might think, well, she lives in Indiana. Invite her anyway. All right. This is another one that people do not think of, and this just got 20 referrals for one of our clients. Dan Balter invited 1,000 internet leads, 65 showed up at his event, and 20 of them either said, I need to buy or sell, or they referred him somebody. Think about that. He went with it. Now it is 1,000, but he got 65, which, is great to show. And then 20 referrals or me's from that group. A me is I'm looking to buy or sell. All right. Here's the other thing. Now, let's say you do all this and you have 17 people who have RSVP'd. Well, have every person who RSVPs bring a friend, right? If you have 17, a quick way to double that is say, all right, please bring a friend. And you're buying 35 pies and 17 people come, and hopefully they bring a friend and you give away 34 pies. Got it? All right, we're gonna keep going. Oops, I went to Zoom. I don't know what I did there. Okay. There we go. All means all. All right. Now, I could stop there, but I'm not. Are you guys willing to hang with me for overtime? If I give you another one, say I am in the questions box if you want overtime, right? How about I share with you another 52-week plan to generate referrals? Say OT if you're in, OT for overtime. All right, here we go. You want overtime. Here's the thing. I will be done for sure at 3:30 Eastern time, just so you know. I'll be done at exactly 90 minutes. That was the plan. All right, OT coming up. Here we go. Now, here is a different 52-week plan. Now, you can do this along with the yearly appreciation plan, or you can do this one only. And this is the yearly ambassador program. An ambassador, for definition purposes, is somebody who refers you willingly and speaks highly of you often, right? So that's somebody who refers you on a regular basis. Now, this is the plan for only the top people in your database. And it looks like this. So the yearly ambassador program is above and beyond the yearly appreciation plan, because what I discovered is that my top people needed and deserved more. But even more importantly, if I had 100 people at an event, I really gave 1/100th of my time to everybody at the event. But if I could do small, intimate events with 25 really powerful people, there were some synergies and some energy that came out of that took my referrals to the next level. And that's what we're talking about here, right? So week 1, invite, confirm, and then week 12, you do an event, right? And then you follow up afterwards. Invite, confirm, week 24 event, invite, confirm, week 36 event, invite, confirm, week 48 event, and then follow up. But here's the thing with this, right? Is that I want you to know, please note this on this plan. And some of you are trying to draw this right now. I get it. But this week, let's say I have 100 top people, and everybody here can identify a top 100. You can. Everybody has it. You're like, no, I just moved to the city. You have a top 100. I guarantee. And if you start networking, your top 100 is going to change and develop very, very rapidly. You should be doing networking. You should be going to networking events. You should be going to chamber events. You should really embed yourself in the business world, You are now a business if you are in real estate or lending or property management. But here's the thing is that we're only going to invite 25 out of our top 100 to the first event. You just need to note that. This event is not for your top 100. It's for 25 of your top 100. Then we're going to invite 25 different people to the second event. That's a different group of people, but it could be the same event. It was the same event for me. It doesn't have to be the same event. We have people who run different events for different groups. It's okay. For me, it was a board of advisors, board of advisors, board of advisors, board of advisors. 25 people, different 25, totally different 25, and totally different 25. Now, for Rita Driver, week 12 is the board of advisors. Week 24 is a softball game, like a softball game, right? She has her softball people. So she does something around a charity softball tournament. And then week 36 is a motorcycle event, right? And then week 48, she does another board of advisors event. So she's got her database segmented into softballers and motorcyclists, and that's who she has at these events, right? We have a financial planner who just did a hunt in Las Vegas for wild boar. That's right. They went out to a ranch somewhere and they hunted wild boar. That's not for everybody, but guess what? It made sense for a top person event. He got enough that wanted to go that he did it, and it was a smashing success. And this is a very successful financial planner, so it worked, right? This is the business plan for the top people in your database. Once again, if we're going to do it, we have a yearly plan. We should break our yearly plan into 52 weeks. And this is what it looks like. So you've got, let's see. So quarter one board, we're going to identify who I'll invite. All right, who are my 25? As soon as I get my 25, I'm going to call and invite them. I know that sounds too simple. And if I get their voicemail, I'm just going to let them know, hey, listen, we're doing this on week 12, whatever that week is that year. And we're doing it Thursday night. We'd love to have you. We're doing a dinner. It's a board of advisors dinner. It's a bunch of business owners and consumers. We just want to find out how we can serve better. We want to also help you with your business, and we'd love you to be there. Then we're going to do email invitations. And this invite, sometimes we'll say, hey, look for the email so that they can RSVP by Evite. And then we're going to do a text invitation, maybe even a text video. We're going to do handwritten notes. And if we're going to have gifts, we're going to get those ordered for our top people. And then the handwritten notes arrive, and hopefully you have the gifts ready that next week. Sometimes it takes 2 weeks to get the gifts. And then you do confirm. And I love this because it's another excuse to communicate in a way that's really positive. So we're just going to confirm with them, hey, listen, we've got your dinner ready. We've got a seat at the table. We've already reserved the gift. We have a gift for you. And by the way, having a gift for them, especially if it's personalized, will get them to the table. It will get them to the event. And then we also confirm through Evite email, and then we have our event. And then afterwards, guess what? We're going to follow through and follow up from the event. We're going to let people know that we listen to them. We're going to implement some of the things that they say. We're not going to implement everything they say. But thing is even if we implement something they didn't say, we call everyone and say, hey, listen, something that we implemented from your group is this. Notice all the communication here. And also notice that it's 100% under your control. You are controlling when you are communicating, what you're communicating about, and it's all proactive. It's all positive. And when you call, people want you to call because you're sharing something awesome with them. Instead of thinking that when they see your number, they cringe because you've been cold calling or asking for referrals for your entire life, right? We don't want that. We want people to answer the phone when we call. In summary, we have a top that is 4 events. These are small. These are private and exclusive, 25 at the most. Write that down. 20. Some of you are going to try to get by with inviting 100. It's not going to work as well. 25. They need to get a lot of you. They need to get a lot of your energy. And guess what? These are the people who are referring you business, so they deserve a lot more of you. Top only, You could do the same event with different people. You could do 4 board of advisors with 25 different people at each one. How do I know that? Because we are doing it. A lot of other people are doing it. Oh yeah, 3 events. Now this is the one that I showed you first. Only 3 events, unlimited attendance. You're going to invite everyone. It's public, very, very public. It's very public. Write that down. It's very public. We want everyone to know about it. And it is a different event for the same people. So you need to do 3 different events for your entire database, and they don't have to be big or expensive. They just need to be yours, right? All right, we're going to keep going. So a few things that I want you to know is to partner with sponsors. How cool would it be if you had an event and you actually made money having the event? Yes, write that down. Partner with sponsors. The best things in life are strategic partners. They can help you with the charity part. They can help you with the invites. They can pay for the food or the venue. They definitely are going to help with door prizes. Every partner, every sponsor needs to provide a door prize because that's when you're going to brag on the sponsor. So don't have an event without a sponsor partner. Have every sponsor contribute a door prize, and always partner with a charity or a nonprofit. Always. This is the mayor method. This is not what people are doing out there. They're messing this up. They're having events and getting nothing for it except a good feeling, which is fine. But what if you could get a good feeling and also a good bunch of referrals? Run the mayor method. Have an event with a sponsor partner. Have the sponsors contribute a door prize, and always partner with a charity or a nonprofit. And I want to talk about that for just a second. Listen, people will work with you and refer you because you're generous. When you partner with a nonprofit, people are attracted to that. This costs you nothing. What does it take to put on the invitation that, listen, please bring a blanket to this event to support the rescue dogs, or please bring a blanket for the homeless, or please bring a blanket for homeless kids, whatever it may be, right? But it doesn't cost you anything to put that on the invitation and share with. And who wins when you do that? The charity wins. The homeless pets or rescue pets win, or the kids or the disabled or whoever it may be win. The charity wins, but the consumer wins. The people who come to your party win because they feel generous. They feel good in giving. The blanket was sitting around. They didn't even use it. And yet here they are able to help someone who needs help. And they love it, and they love you for doing it, and they will refer you for doing it. And I cannot talk about events without talking about follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. I can't say it enough. There are 5 groups of people that you need to follow up with. The first one being referrals, of course. Now, a little secret about doing the referrals is call the referral source first. Don't call the referral first. Call the referral source first and just tell them thank you and find out any information you can get about the referral. Call the referral, and then you're going to communicate back with the referral source that you've talked to the referral. That's it. And then attendees. Do you want them to attend again? Then we need to know that what you appreciate appreciates. If we want them to attend again, we should appreciate their attendance. The more we appreciate their attendance, the more they will attend. So thank you. And then ask for their advice. What should we do in the future? What kind of events should we do in the future? Or what could we do at this event to make it cooler for you? That's just good idea, right? Then this is a very important category that many people miss out is who's someone who didn't RSVP but should have. Like they're an ambassador of yours or a really good friend of yours and you didn't hear from them at all. Now, part of you is going to be paranoid and think that they're ghosting you and they're using somebody else to sell their house. But most of the time you're going to that they were out of town on vacation or just really busy and didn't get back to you. It's okay, right? But the thing is just show you care. And the way to do that is call them and just say, hey, listen, is everything okay? We sent you an email, we sent you a text, we sent you, I called you a couple times about this event and I really wanted you to be there. It was a good party, but there was something missing and it was you, right? Then there are people who are going to RSVP it, which is awesome. They're in communication with you when they say they can't make the event. And isn't that awesome? It's like a lost art in today's world. But when they no-show or RSVP regress, just say, hey, listen, we had an awesome event, but we missed you. We missed you. And then just like the non-attendees, now there are people who just won't RSVP, and that's okay. They won't even get into communication with you. It's okay, right? It's okay. It's on them, not you. We missed you. Do you? And this is many cases, to be totally transparent, this is done by email from my team. We missed you. Do you mind if we include you or invite you to future events? Write that down. That is a money making quote script that pays, right? That's a phrase that pays. We missed you. Mind if we invite you to future events? Mind if we include you in future events? Somebody might say no, and just know it's okay to know no. All right. So what do you think? Questions, feedback? What do you think? I'm almost, yeah, iced tea for you. That's great. Roger Savvy remembers the whole thing. That's awesome. Good stuff. Come on now. Keep coming with it. No, what's your biggest aha? What's your biggest aha? Tell me what your biggest aha is. What's something that you learned on this webinar that you didn't know before? And we only have like 10 minutes left, just so you know. Oh my gosh, we've got people working. We get copies of the yearly plans. And so listen, I promised you that I would have something worth $497 if you stuck to the very end. And we have like 15 minutes left. So you're very close to getting that $497 gift. And I can't wait to share it with you. The fortune is in the follow-up, says David Larson. Janet Fisher says, just do it. I love the flow throughout the year. Karen Doherty says, is the fifth question sent via email? Yes, it is, Celeste. Celeste, you've already been through this, so you are implementing at a very high level. Invite a friend by Karen McGavin. That's right. Great stuff. Thanks for sharing. We've always done them on our own. I love it. I love it. Terrific. Please repeat that website you mentioned, 7lbook.com/ultimate memory jogger. The timing of events is critical. I love that it's all calibrated throughout the year. Opening the events to everyone. I love that. Always partner with a charity. I didn't even think of that. I should have thought of that. I like the events for the top ambassadors. All right. I love it. Now, here's the deal. How many of, just say me in the questions box. If, how many of you have learned something new or you've been reminded of something you should be doing? Just put me in the questions box. And somebody had mentioned about RESPA. I want you to know our system is the most RESPA compliant system on the planet. RESPA loves what we are doing because we're not calling it client appreciation events. And the sponsors are paying for things directly, like the event coordinator. They are paying for the venue directly. They are paying for the food directly. They aren't paying us. They aren't paying me, right? So good stuff. All right. So a lot of you have gotten value, and that was my first objective today. My second objective was to invite you to get more information on how I can help you. How many of you would like my help running your next event? Say me if you would like my event. No, not someone on my team. Me personally, you would love me to be your partner on your next event. And you know what? I would love to be your partner on your next event. I'm going to show you how you can have me partner on your next event, right? Are you ready for that? I'm ready for that. I'm super ready for that. So here's the deal. There we go. Why is that clicking? All right. Partner with sponsors. And then remember to think memorable, give out gifts if you got it, and remember to do door prizes, door prizes, door prizes. We have so many case studies. Here's the thing. 222 people went to a movie day recently, 39 referrals and 10 me's, right? Almost 50 pieces of business. 145 attendees, 44 responses, only, right? 16 referrals, 11 referrals and 5 me's. Once again, me's are people who indicate they personally want to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. Cynthia Bear, I told you about her recently, 148 referrals in 2 days. She actually on that day started working with 2 new buyers and a new seller on that day, the day she had the event. She literally like got them in the car and met with a listing appointment. Powerful. So real quickly, the number one reason to contact your database is, you guys know the answer, an invitation to an event. Don't have an event without a what? Sponsor. Every sponsor provides a what? Door prize. So you can brag on them, right? You do the door prize. You say, hey, this is the best title company in the history of the world. We partner with them all the time. Our sellers choose them all the time. They love this title company. And guess what? The title company has a mini Bose speaker sound system. It's a Bluetooth speaker. That's an awesome prize. Who wants to win? I do. All right, good. And then, all right, we're going to draw. Here we go. And boom. Wow. Joni won the speaker. Hey, let's all thank the title company for their contributions and how they helped. Listen, you don't necessarily have to do a real estate transaction to need a title company. So the thing is if you have title questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to them. They're awesome. They'll help you out. There's a lot of great title companies in the city, but this is the one that seems to get our deals the most because our sellers want to use them the most. Got it? All right. Don't have an event without partnering with a what? Well, we already know to partner with a sponsor, so this must be a charity or nonprofit. 5, write this down. Take photos, get videos. Take photos, get videos. Don't be afraid to hire a professional photographer or have a sponsor bring in a professional photographer. You heard that right. Then the last thing is the blank is in the what, right? The fortune is in the follow-up. All right, I am here to help. This is how you can do it. Now, pick a door, any door. You guys pick a door. Everybody in the questions box, pick a door. 1, 2, or 3. Just pick a door, right? Pick a door. Oh, wait. Oh, God, you're scrolling so fast. Pick a door, 1, 2, or 3. Hold on. I'm trying to scan up and it's scrolling down so fast. Wait. Janet Fisher's right. Helena Jacino's right. You know what? You guys are cheating. You know the answer. You guys are my raving fans, my ambassadors. Of course you know. All right. So here's the deal. Behind door number 1 is our event mastery action guide. You could do this on your own, right? You could do the event mastery process, the MER method on your own. This is 50 plus pages that you can literally put into place step by step and do it yourself. This is kind of the door for the do-it-yourselfers, right? The retail on this is $497, but you can get it for just $297 today, right? $297, that's easy, right? Now, some of you picked door number 2. Here's door number 2. This is Event Mastery class. This is written, produced, and it is taught live by me. You can take this class from the convenience of your home or your office. It has a Monday, Friday class structure, which means you have Monday you learn and also learn what your action items are. And Friday you have accountability to your actions. Now, it is gentle accountability. We're going to make sure you got done what you needed to get done, right? And then also follow along in class, do the simple steps, and you're going to get referrals. I mean, we cover so much stuff. It's 7 weeks with me helping you run your event. I literally am going to walk hand in hand to make sure you get referrals at your event. Do you think I just do this so we get money, right? No, I do this because I want more people implementing an event-based business. When you have an event-based business, you have a plan. And when you have a plan, you can make money doing the plan, but you also can make money from the leads and referrals you get from implementing the events, right? So this does start next Monday, right? It starts the first Monday of next month. The first Monday of next month, and over $4,000 in value. So here's the thing. This is $1997 typically, but here's the deal. Today you can get it for $297. Who's in for number 2? Right? You literally 7 weeks taught by me live, Mondays and Fridays, and you will have an event. And you will not only have an event, you're going to have an event that gets you referrals, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it, right? So that's door number 2. All right, $297. I'm not done yet. So you can go to Event Mastery class right now to reserve your seat in this, right? This is the whole program right here. Invitation Mastery, it is Event Mastery, right? All the way through it. Sponsor Mastery, Event Mastery, Follow-Up Mastery. It's all included and taught by me, okay? There we go. All right, so we have a testimonial here. You know, someone who just started in the 7L system is also just getting going with my business. Running my first event through Event Mastery was the most valuable thing I could have done. It allowed me to stir up my existing content, gave me something to talk about, both in person and on the phone, showed me the areas I need to improve within my network. I'm all about cutting the learning curve at every opportunity to get faster results. That's what I hope you get out of this. is you could do this on your own. You could do an event, but what I'm going to teach you in 7 weeks will be with you for the rest of your life and the rest of your career. And you're going to cut your learning curve. Could you learn this on your own eventually? Yes, but it would cost you years and probably $1 million, because that's what I spent, right? All right. So we have tons of testimonials on this, right? Tons of opportunity here. All right. Typically it's absolutely typically $19.97. We do sell it at $9.97, but today you can get it for $2.97. I have to tell you, my property managers that are on here are probably mad at me because they paid $9.97. And now maybe they're not mad at me because they went through it and they realized the value. But the thing is we're doing it $2.97. We've got this special class coming up that we want to fill, and guess what? We can do it, right? I mean, it's $2.97. It's legit, but we're not done yet, right? Door number 3, many of you chose, and door number 3 is the Referral Mastery Summit in Atlanta, Georgia, right? The Referral Mastery Summit at the Hyatt Regency. It is a 2.5-day event with like-minded individuals from the generosity generation. Some have been implementing this for 7 or 8 years, and they are going to be sharing with you exactly what they did to maximize their referrals. So the Referral Mastery Summit, I will be hosting that. I'll be speaking. We also have about 25 other speakers who have already confirmed, Roger Savvy being one of those. I'm excited about that. The Hyatt Regency on Peachtree Street, beautiful venue. We're taking it over. It's becoming Referco's national headquarters for a day, actually for a weekend. All right, so day 1 will be November 14th. We have breakout sessions where you're going to be able to ask people personally what they're doing with their events to maximize and get referrals. And then the 3rd day is going to end around 5 p.m. on Saturday so that you can then have a travel day. Or for me, I'm going to stay on Sunday and literally put together my plans for the next year. The beauty of this is that we surveyed our current Catalyst coaching clients and the people that we know on, listen, when are you doing your planning for 2020? And they're like, well, we do our planning in October or November. And some said December, but December is too late for me. And October, especially the first week or two, felt way too early. So I want you to imagine for a second that you come to Referral Mastery Summit on November 14th. By November 6th, ladies and gentlemen, you will have your own personal 52-week plan for your database completely done for 2020, literally week by week, what you're going to do to maximize your referrals. If you break it down to 52 weeks, you can do everything you need to in less than 1 hour a week. How many of you are willing to spend an hour a week to drive your referrals to the 50 or 100 mark, or maybe even up over 500 referrals in a year? And that's not baloney. This is not, I'm not blowing smoke under anybody. Some of you will get 0 referrals because you won't sign up, or you won't implement, or you won't do whatever. And then, listen, I can't promise that you're going to get referrals. You got to be referable first. But I can tell you that those who are referable, who implement this, get dozens and dozens of referrals and do very, very well, right? All right. By the way, Referral Mastery Summit is normally $9.97. It's just $2.97 today, right? So here's the thing. You can do it. Who's picking door number 1? Who's doing door number 1? They're going to pick up the Event Mastery Do-It-Yourselfer guide, right? Yes. Awesome. Awesome. How many of you are doing door number 2? Put door number 2. Door number 2. You're doing Event Mastery class for sure. You're doing Event Mastery class for sure. Yep. All right. Who's doing referral? Some of you are already signed up for Referral Mastery Summit, so that's kind of cheating. I want you to know that. So here's the thing. Door number 3 is Referral Mastery Summit. You can do any of these for $2.97, any of them. But here's the thing. Are you ready for this? What if we could do door number 1 plus door number 2 plus door number 3? What if you could do all 3? Would you be up for that? What if you could do all 3? Who would do all 3? So here's the thing. If you do all 3, here's what we're going to do, right? So Event Mastery is typically $19.97. We've sold it for $9.97. We've never sold it for $2.97, but it is $2.97 today. You get the Event Mastery Action Guide, normally $4.97. You could buy it by itself for $2.97. The private member Facebook group for Event Mastery, typically a $500 value. You're going to get a bonus one-on-one call with a certified referral trainer. You've got yearly appreciate. You're going to get both 52-week plans for $4.97. Typically, they're $4.97. The Referral Mastery interview, and Referral Mastery Summit, which is not even on here, which is a $97 value. So over $4,500 in value. $4,500 in value. No, I'm sorry. That's $5,300 in value. My math skills struggling there. Over $5,000 in value. It is not $9.97 today. Are you ready for this? It's not, right? It's not even a fifth of the price. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not $9.97. It is $2.97 today. So for $2.97, you get the book, the action guide, you get the Event Mastery class, 7 weeks of me coaching you, and you get Referral Mastery Summit plus all these extra bonuses for $2.97 total, not separate, total. The way to get that is to go to eventmasteryclass.com right now. Eventmasteryclass.com. You can sign up. It's $2.97. You get everything that I've already talked about. Yes, this is the best deal that we've ever done. Now, what I'd like to do is any questions that you have, please ask me, right? What questions do you have? For those, and by the way, let me know that you got in and that you got the Event Mastery class. And I want to do one other thing. I want to bring Nicole Aldaz on as well, who has just gone through Event Mastery, and she's going to share some of her. And here's the thing: put your questions in the questions box for Nicole, for myself, and Mandy. Can you take Nicole off of mute for me real quick? Go to eventmasteryclass.com right now. It's $2.97. You get Referral Mastery Summit, Event Mastery Class. And why are we doing this the way we're doing it, right? Is because do you really want to wait until November to get referrals and wait for Referral Mastery Summit? Well, people want to go to Referral Mastery Summit. They want to sign up for it, and they have. We have over 100 people signed up already. But the thing is like, man, let's get them some referrals now. And that's what Event Mastery, we already have, I don't know how many people we have signed up for Event Mastery class already. I don't even want to say a number, right? I know it's multiple, right? I know it's a lot of people who have signed up for Event Mastery class, but listen, Event Mastery class, next 7 weeks, but I've got an ulterior motive. I have to be totally honest with you. We're going to have the Event Mastery class. You're going to get referrals. And then I want you to come to Referral Mastery Summit and share your story about getting referrals. That's the plan. So listen, we're looking for people to profile. We're looking for people to go through and be big successes on this. Mandy, do we have Nicole off of mute yet?
Yes, I am.
Nicole Aldaz from Scottsdale, Arizona. How are you today?
I am awesome.
All right. First of all, there might be somebody on the fence out there, right? They're thinking maybe I'm hesitant. It's $2.97. Sounds like really good deal. I'm getting the book. I'm getting the Event Mastery class. I'm getting the Referral Mastery Summit. What would you tell them if they're on the fence? Like if they're a little hesitant?
It's literally a no-brainer. It's amazing. It's amazing. Every step of the way. I mean, I can't even believe it's $2.97. I would have paid the 2,000 or whatever it was. But yeah, it's.
Oh, wait. We just changed the price. It is now $19.97 for everything. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It's still $2.97. And the thing is but we had people paying $9.97 and they weren't even getting the Referral Mastery Summit. Right? Yeah, this is the greatest offer I've ever done. Why are we doing it? Because we're going to be finishing up right before Referral Mastery Summit, and we want testimonial. We want people to share from stage what they're doing, and we're very, very excited. So Nicole, tell us your story, right? How did you find out about what we're doing here? Tell about going through Event Mastery class, and then what were the results? But don't give us the results right off the bat. I want people to be shocked and surprised. I love it.
Okay, so yeah. I will tell you, it kind of all was meant to be in hindsight. I got my license in January. I went to one of your classes about a housewarming party in February. In March, I went to your in Scottsdale, and where I met you, and you said, "Hand me your phone." Do you remember that? So you scrolled through. You said, "This is your event,"
Yes.
and it's a Little League donation used equipment drive, which is what I've been working on. I got in the event mastery class. I followed your steps exactly. I printed the book. I took the notes. I did my homework, and yeah, and I started my first event was June 23rd, and it's been amazing.
So you did your first event. How many did you have attend, right? Because you were worried nobody would attend. How many did you end up having there?
Actually, I had 115 attend, um, and I that
Guess we
morning
don't
I
have to
had
worry
more
about
people
that.
that, yeah, I had more people that wanted to come, but the theater was full. And so I said, I am so sorry that the theater's full, but you're going to be the first person I invite to my next event.
That is a
So
great, everybody needs to write that down. That is a phrase that pays right there. Okay. And then how many, I mean, you weren't really expecting any referrals because they were kind of new contacts for you, but how many referrals or me's did you get at the first event?
so I got 8 referrals and
Yeah.
4 me's. Four
So
me's.
12 pieces of business. Have you worked with any of them or have they closed and I
I
honestly don't know
well,
the
no,
answers to these. So,
yeah, it was just last month, so I haven't closed any yet. But the first week I had 2 pre-approvals, so we started shopping, and I have a listing appointment next week from that, and then as well as being able to contact him throughout this whole month and invite him to the next event. And actually, we put together an ice cream social this weekend, so I can't wait to see how many referrals are going to come out of that. I'm so excited.
and you sound like it, right? I mean, so
Right?
is
Like,
this the typical way of prospecting? Is this what you were taught before, or is
no.
this kind of new? And what's the difference between maybe what you were taught before and putting together this 7L system and the event-based business?
Well, so I'll tell you the truth. I'm on a team who requires us, not requires, but has us do some prospecting and cold calling, that kind of thing. Not my favorite part of the day,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I have to do it. But I have to tell you that of my closings, I told you I'm new. I've only been in it 6 months. I'm about to close my sixth deal, and only 2 of them were from that online stuff, but
Yep.
everything else has been through the 7L and the event mastery. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, so 67%, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So 2/3 of
yeah.
your business, and I would guess that's going to grow because you've really only done the first event and you're getting ready to do the second. And
Mm-hmm.
then, I can't wait to hear about the results after your third event.
Yeah,
What was
yeah. I
your,
have 150 confirmed reservations for or RSVPs for this weekend. So super
wow.
excited. Yeah, I know, right? I can't wait.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what other questions does everybody have for Nicole? And then I'm going to continue. So um, what was the biggest thing that you learned from event mastery class?
So here's the thing. My favorite thing to do in life is volunteer and to give. And as soon as that all came together, it was just like a ah, you know. So the fact that I can help the community, that I can be active and invite people to help give, which gives them a great feeling, and it all turns into business, is like I amazing. It's
Yeah,
amazing, Michael. I mean, just if anybody can hear me, you just follow these steps, and it's just gonna just you'll be blessed.
that's what I love about it is it's a 7 week class, but
Yeah,
it's like, okay, do this week. So it's
yeah,
very tactical, right? It's very like, okay, just do this week. And when you get it done, you get it done, right? And then the next week, it's like, just do this week. And your event is 7 or 8 weeks out. Well, you're ready because you've broken it down to a week by week kind of step by step process, right?
great. And it was very easy to do. I mean, you gave us the manual. You told us write down on this page, this is what you need to do. And then our homework was to get it done by Friday. And just it's really simple.
Did you use your database or did you use your team's database for your invitations for your events?
Just mine.
Yeah,
I
just your
invited
own, right?
everyone on the team to participate. They were a little bit hesitant
Yeah.
because they wanted me to take the lead and do the first event. And I can
They
tell you
wanted you to
what,
be the guinea
everybody's
pig.
involved now. They sure are on board now, aren't they?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And thank you for your referrals. I appreciate that.
yeah,
And we're going to knock their socks off too.
yeah,
And the beauty of this is that if there's 8 members on your team, all 8 of them can implement the 7L system, because the chances of your database, the chances of your sphere of influence overlapping somebody else's in the office is almost nil, which is just so crazy, but
yeah,
it's true, right?
yeah. You are right.
Um, So a couple questions on Event Masterclass that I'll answer. Kathy Lamont, who is a top producer, we love her. She said, what days are the coaching classes with Michael, and are they recorded if we can't be on the call live? So Monday at 12:30 Eastern, and then Friday at 12:30 Eastern. And they are recorded so that you can catch up later. But I'm going to tell you something on that, is just block out the hour 12:30 to 1:30 Eastern on Monday and Friday for event mastery class, because there's nothing better than live. It just isn't, right? So Brian Stitzinger, I just answered that for you as well. Um, Even if you just want the book, go do this and we will shoot you the book. Let's see. How would I get an extra ticket for my assistant to attend Referral Mastery Summit with me if I sign up for? So just, you know what? Just sign up for 2 of these. You're not going to beat 297 for Referral Mastery Summit. So just do 2, right? Sign up for 2, quantity 2. Can a spouse, business partner attend the Mastery Summit? I would highly suggest it, and I would just buy 2, right? So buy 2 at 297. Not only will they get Referral Mastery Summit, but they're also going to get all the bonuses for themselves. So very powerful, right? All right. And then Nicole, what was your biggest fear going in?
Uh, well, there was a lot of them. I guess the
Yeah.
biggest one is that that people wouldn't show up. Um, but that that
So what did you do? What did you do to overcome that fear, right? I mean, that is a fear for most people, is that, dang, nobody's going to show up. What did you do to overcome the fear, or how did I help you overcome the fear if I did?
Well, thank you, Michael. Yes, it's something that you had talked about, and the whole thing is that the power is in the invitation. So that really helped ease my anxiety, maybe, where I knew I had invited the people, I had followed the steps, we did the text, we did the handwritten notes, we made the phone calls, and so and that's where the power was. And so when it came the time of the event, I said, you know what?
The
It's all
power
right
is
if
in
I
the
don't show
invitation.
up.
So here's a
But
great question, right?
yeah, yeah. But they showed up and it turned out great.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but that was my
And
biggest
what's
fear.
amazing about this is if you are really afraid, it's actually a good thing, because fear can be a motivator to motivate you to do the invitations and the phone calls, right? And
Exactly.
the power of this is that, what if nobody showed up, but you got like 50 referrals just by doing the contacts, right? If you got 50 referrals from doing the phone calls and doing the emails and text messages and doing the evite, and nobody showed up, would it still be something, right? Would it still be worth it? And the answer is
Absolutely.
yes,
Yep.
right? And
Yep.
that's what happens a lot of times, is you actually start getting referrals before the event ever happens. Jesse Gomez is in, right? I love it. Jesse, you already have a great foundation. I cannot wait to work with you at Event Mastery Class. Janet Fisher's in, and Janet Fisher had a question. What do you do if you don't have a strong database? Nicole, I'm going to throw that back to you. Did you feel like you had a strong database, or direction with the database?
You
And what would you suggest to Janet if she feels like she doesn't have the strongest database?
Okay, so I actually am new to the business, as I said, so I used my sphere. I am grateful to have actually an ambassador friend that has some small businesses. I always support her. She invited her group of, her sphere, who I had never met. So there was a lot of people that I didn't know. But also I left it open for it was a movie. We did Toy Story 4. And so I just said, if people don't show up, I'm just going to invite people that are on the street, in front of the theater or want to see Toy Story 4 to come in with us. Um, and so I would say, if you don't have a lot, have an event at a public place where there's already going to be people, and you can invite those people, which is actually, I'm going to do that tomorrow, this weekend on my ice cream social. I do have 150 or so RSVPs, but I am going to put a sign in front of the ice cream store that says free ice cream, and bring people in and let them enter the door prize. And I'm just going to meet everybody I can in the community and tell them about our Turn 2 for Youth, which is our charity, and just build that way.
So I'm going to throw this out so did you guys hear what she's saying? And the other part of it is maybe not even what she's saying, but can you hear how she's saying it? Can you feel her passion? I mean, she is enjoying this. Are you having fun, Nicole?
I love this, Michael. I love it.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Here, I mean, the thing is it would not surprise me to see you get, 20 referrals at a minimum at this event. It would not, because the thing is your sphere has been kind of open to you being open to referrals. They didn't even know it before, right?
Correct.
They didn't even know you were in real estate, but they for sure weren't kind of like, oh, she wants my referrals, she wants my help. Now they know it because of your first event. And now your second event rolling around, they're on board. You have started to create this referral culture that is, that's what we have to create. So it would not surprise me to see you get over 20 referrals at this next event. And it wouldn't surprise me to see you get 50. But nice. I want to under promise, over deliver, if you will.
Okay. Sounds great. I'll definitely let you know on Monday how it goes.
Yeah, please do. And then, somebody on here asked, Larry Morris asked, I'm on vacation the first week. How hard would it be to catch up 2 weeks when I get back, right? How hard will it be to come in the second week? And I can answer that one, I guess. I'll just let you know, Larry, is that we have many people who literally they have to miss that first week for whatever reason. And we know that. So it is easy to come in the second week. It's not going to be easy to come in like the fourth week because you really will feel behind. But we also have this happen. We have people who go to the first week and they observe, right? They're like, I don't know. I'm a little scared about all this. I don't want to commit. And so they come to the first week and then they hear the successes, honestly, of the people who did implement the first week. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to start doing it. But they're like a week behind, right? And it's okay because you can finish this and then do your event and it's going to be a rousing success. We hear it all the time that, I kind of felt like a week behind because I didn't start for a week and this kind of, and listen, if you're an implementer, you're going to love it. If you're not an implementer, you're going to be motivated to implement within a week. All right, I'm scanning down. I'm already in. Okay, sorry, Larry. So Larry went ahead and signed up even though he couldn't make the first week. Good. Okay, so Karen McGavin's in with her assistant. You got it. All right. Brian Stitzinger said, just tell them I said, you can't beat advice from Michael Mayer. Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate that. Thanks. Alicia is in. Hey, will you let me know, those of you that have signed up, let me know because we did have a glitch earlier with the process and sometimes the submit button would hang. So just let me know that you're in. Just say I'm in if you're in. David Larson's in. Alicia Pless is in. Brian Stitzinger in. Karen's in twice. Larry's in. Jesse's in. Carla's in. Kathy's in and got a confirmation. Kathy, thank you so much for letting me know that you got the confirmation. Monique's in. Jesse did have a little bit of a glitch, but got the email form. Okay, good. Twyla Glenn is in. Liz Freeman's in. Awesome. Rockstar's in. Nicole, one last thing before I let you go, and then I'm going to give everybody a gift that's worth about $4.97 on the next slide. You're doing event mastery class again, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and what are you hoping to get? Like, it's kind of like we talked about the RWB process, right? What'd you do right? What'd you do wrong? What could you do better? What are you hoping to do better or learn in the next segment of event mastery class?
Well, so good question. There is, it's such good information. And going in the first time and being new, it was kind of like, oh, okay, just taking notes as fast as I can, following what I could. But now that I've done it, I've got my feet wet, so to speak. I want to refine it. I want to pick up those tips and it just, I guess, a refresher, even though it's still new to my brain. Any information that you can give, always be learning, and any details that can improve it. And it's just little tips here and there. It's just the things that you say and the sentences that come out, and it's just like, oh my gosh, yes. And I'm trying to take pictures of these slides as we go through, but I mean, just the information that you give is so incredible that I want to soak it all up. So yes, I'm going to take it again, and I would totally recommend it. I recommend it actually to everyone I talk to, and
Well, you've already
not just
referred several
realtors.
people. So
Yeah,
I,
not
and
even
just,
not just realtors, but our lender partners and our title companies and all that. And I just, in fact, the link this morning, I emailed it out to my sponsors and all that. So yeah, it's amazing.
and you even won a TV. How
I
cool is
did,
that?
I
I mean,
did.
it doesn't get
100%
much better than that. And
I
you're
won the
actually
door
giving it
prize.
away as a
Yeah,
door prize, right?
exactly. It's a door prize this weekend. It's the big door prize.
I love it.
It's an
And
ice cream social. So I got an ice cream maker, I got some gift cards, and then I got the TV, which I've been posting out on social media and that stuff too. So it's going to bring them in.
you
But yeah.
mentioned sponsors, right? How many sponsors did you have at the first event? How many are you going to have at this event?
I had 3 at the first event and 4 at this event. So I
Are
haven't.
they different
So
four or same three?
the same 3, and then the fourth one obviously is new. They are, people that we work with often,
Yep.
and the sponsors not only paid for the door prizes, but they paid for the movie theater. They're paying for the ice cream, so it's not costing me anything, with the exception of the fact that I wanted to go above and beyond and wow people. So I did buy um, popcorn vouchers and kids pack vouchers for the movie, because I wanted the people that showed up to my event to say, this event was so awesome, I'm coming to her event every time.
That's an
So
abundance mentality, right?
yeah.
You had an abundance mentality because was everything paid for? Like, what did the first event cost you? What did it cost you to get 8 referrals? Or I'm sorry, 12, 8 referrals plus 4 me's. What did it
So
cost you to get 12 new pieces of business?
so
You can,
I
I mean, you
like
don't
I
have to
said,
be super specific, but like in general, what did it cost you? Like you
so
personally.
yeah, me personally, out of my, and I actually keep a percentage of my closings for a marketing budget, but it cost me $500.
So the whole movie event and everything involved cost you all in $500
Yep,
because you shared the expense with sponsors, right? But it
yep.
didn't have to. You could have, like, what do you think you could have had? Like,
Well, I didn't have to. Well, I guess it was my first one. I didn't ask for as much sponsorship as I should have.
yeah,
Um, but I just didn't know. It was the first one. It was like I didn't know what to promise the sponsors. I didn't know, if anybody was going to show up. So,
yep.
but so for this one, everything's covered. For the one that's up this weekend, I'm not paying anything. So basically, 2 events have cost me $500.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah.
but this new event, I mean, you have to look at them differently too. But is the first one cost you 500? This one, you're making money. You are literally going to make money having the event, and then you are going to make money serving the people who were referred to you and recommended themselves to you.
So
Think
is that
about
not
that.
the magic of event mastery? It's just
Yes,
amazing.
that
It's
is, I
amazing.
mean,
Yeah.
that is the power, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is one of those where, I mean, this is the only system on the planet that I know of you can make money making money. That's legal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So how did you tell me? I mean, I know that we covered this like in depth in event mastery, but can you give people like a 30-second like version of what you told the sponsors and for them to help pay for things?
Yes, I actually approached them in a charity, with the charity up front.
Yep.
I'm on the board of a local little league, which is a passion of mine, and they already knew that. So I said, hey, you know what? I did some research. We checked with the Diamondbacks. We checked with some different organizations to do this charity event for used little league equipment. I mean, our league on its own has a lot of stuff to donate. So anyway, I just went to my sponsors, for example, to our preferred lender, and said, listen, Ryan, we put our heads together. We're going to have this event. We're going to bring people out. We're going to, highlight this charity organization, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. We'll definitely give you kudos and talk to everyone that attends about you. But not only that, if they don't have a lender already, we would refer them to that lender. So there's a benefit to them.
So did anybody that was at the event talk to the lender about a refinance or financing a home? Or out of the pre-approvals that you got, did you, how many of those ended up going with Ryan?
So yeah, all of them went with Ryan.
Right, because they met him, right? They met him at the event. And listen, this isn't steering or selective choosing. This is, they met Ryan, they like Ryan, they got their pre-approval through Ryan, right? Well,
Yep.
where'd they meet him? At your event. That was
Right.
the opportunity that he had. He was not promised referrals. He was not promised business. He was promised an opportunity to meet people. He did it. It went well. And it's a win-win-win, right?
Right.
That's one of the powers of having these events, is they get an opportunity. Instead of them sponsoring a movie theater where they never get to meet anybody, whoever goes to the movie, they actually sponsored an event at the theater and got to go to the event and ended up getting business from it. You had 3 out of 3 sign up to be a sponsor for your next event. They must have got value from it.
Exactly.
Right? So there you go. So hopefully that helps. Alexia, I'm about to share that with you here in a second. They're looking for the yaps. So, all right. Any other questions before I let Nicole go? And we need to let her get to business. She's got referrals to follow up with. Nicole, I just want to personally say thank you so much, and looking forward to having you in Event Mastery class next session. And I hope everybody got the opportunity to go and make this happen. This is the best offer we have ever given for Referral Mastery Summit or Event Mastery class. So the fact of the matter is, this is just, and I'm not just saying that. I'm not saying that to sell anything. Bottom line, it's going to be very, very powerful for people to go. Lamar Lawrence says he's in. He just signed up. Thank you, Lamar. I appreciate it. And Nicole, before I let you go, just thank you so much. Have a great day, and looking forward to you talking to you next.
I want to thank you also, Michael, and I appreciate for everything that you're doing for me, for my life, for my business, for my family. I really do appreciate it. So have a good afternoon. Thanks, everybody.
So we've got Diana Cox said she got in. Janet Fisher got in. Nancy Lamascus got in. Nancy, Nancy, thank you. All right. So I promised you that I would get you something of value by the end of the session. And so here's what you can do. You can get a copy of both the All YAP, the Yearly Appreciation Plan, and the Top YAP, literally the 52-week plans. You can get those and some of the slides that you saw today. Typically, we sell the apps for $4.97, and you can get these for free just simply by sending a text message saying YAPS, Y-A-P-S, to 470-428-7777. That's 470-428-7777. Just text saying YAPS. And Lisa will make sure that you get those, get the copies of those, and even the zoomed in version so that you can see the details. So, and just so everybody knows, we are working on updated YAPs, and I cannot wait for Referral Mastery Summit to help you build your 52-week plan, to create your battle plan so that you can win the war. You can win the war, and you can win the war offline by having events. And not only that, but you can win the war. And listen, what does second place pay in real estate or lending? It pays nothing, right? You don't get a win, place, or show. This isn't horse racing. There is no place or show. It is only win to get paid. So the thing is you need to win. You need to be first. You need to beat the number one agent in your city with the people that you know. How do you do that? By running the 7L system, right? Win the war, but you can enjoy the battle. have fun, do these events. All the research shows people who go to events are better referral sources. People who are social are better referral sources. So guess what? We should get them together so that they talk to each other, so that they have an opportunity to socialize, so that they can refer you. And when one person is excited about referring you, they hear about somebody else who is excited about referring you. Both of them walk away from the event truly empowered and emboldened to refer you even more. There are so many benefits to running this system. I just can't tell you. You want to build your business on love, generosity, and appreciation. You want to build your life on love, generosity, and appreciation. This is the way to do it. Develop an event-based business based on love, generosity, and appreciation, and get a lot of referrals along the way, and take your marketing budget to zero, right? You can actually make money making money doing the 7L system. I hope you'll join us. Eventmasteryclass.com is the site. It allows you to win the war and yet also enjoy the battle. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate everybody here, and I hope to see you in Event Mastery Class. You are the best. And I think the biggest thing here is just to let you know that, listen, the best time to build your army of ambassadors was 10 years ago. The second best time to build your army of ambassadors is today. Start today building this army of people who speak highly of you and refer you willingly, that are walking the streets as unpaid salespeople for you and your business. They are willing to share on social media about how awesome you are. They are willing to share with everyone they know that you are the professional of choice. There is nothing more powerful, nothing you can leverage in a more powerful way than an unpaid salesperson, somebody that is walking on the streets and cheering you, supporting you, and referring you. I am here to help you build your army of ambassadors. I hope you'll join us at eventmasteryclass.com. And please share that link with your friends or your assistant or your spouse or your colleagues today. They have an opportunity to get in today, but that is it. That is it. Today's the day. The Referral Mastery Summit part of it is going away today. We are not going to bonus both of them anymore. And I had to fight my team to be able to add a Referral Mastery Summit to the Event Mastery Class offer. And I won. I guess it helps to be the CEO. But you can share the wealth, spread the message today, and we will see you in Event Mastery Class in a few weeks. You're the best. Love, generosity, and appreciation. Build your business on that foundation. Build your life on that foundation. It is a business of legacy. You want your legacy on your tombstone. You don't want 2019 #1 salesperson. You don't want that. What you want on your tombstone is love, generosity, and appreciation. You want it to be your legacy. What if it can be your legacy and you can also make a ton of money, make millions, and also serve millions, and also give millions to charity if you so choose? I love it. I love what I do, and I invite you to walk the path with me, and it's a beautiful journey. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of the day, and we will see you later.